Hi guys, welcome to our third week of your composition class. This week we're moving one step further into creating that formal essay. And we're going to do that by starting in our discussion area and talking about introduction paragraphs. How do you start an essay? What is the best way to really engage your readers? You're going to share that here. And remember, your initial post is due by Wednesday. However, the entire discussion is not due until Sunday. So you have all the way till Sunday to earn points on that. So keep in mind, I cannot grade these until after the Sunday due date. So you make your first post by adding a new discussion by Wednesday, and then respond to your peers by Sunday. One thing I am noticing though, a lot of you are posting way before the week starts. We have somebody that posted 5 days ago. It's really important for attendance purposes and for the sake of class discussion that we are posting in the discussion areas during the required and scheduled week. And you see the dates in each discussion area. So make sure that you also take a look at my instructions and introduction to each discussion area so that you are posting what should be posted. So I gave you some examples and suggestions about how to start our discussion this week. And our next discussion, see, move down to here, 3.2. Oh, this one's on tone of voice. So what kind of voice do you use as an essay writer? I'm pretty sure it's going to be different than the tone of voice you use if you're writing a poem or a creative writing piece. So think about that. And I gave you some specific, what I feel are very emotional speeches that are also very different. One of them, Dr. Martin Luther King's speech, I Have a Dream. We're going to specifically analyze this one later in the course, but you can listen to that for tone of voice. Emma Watson on gender equality, and you probably recognize her from Harry Potter. Of course, President Obama when he was running for the presidency. Winston Churchill, Now We Are Masters of Our Fate, and Oprah Winfrey's commencement speech that she gave at Stanford. So those are just some. You obviously don't have to pick one of those. You can pick anything, anything you've heard recently that you felt was inspiring or moving, and you're going to talk about tone of voice for us here. Now, our assignment this week, the written assignment that gets turned into me, due by Sunday, this is your chance to take that outline you turned in and turn it into a draft. Now, even though it's a rough draft, I want to see it as complete as possible, which means APA format. So this is the first time I'm going to really grade you on all those pieces on that rubric. So pay attention to whether or not you have a title page, if you have a header and all that appropriate stuff. You need to have an introduction, body paragraphs. I would suggest at least 3. Notice that is plural. Don't just give me one body paragraph. A conclusion paragraph, in-text citations, which means you have formally referenced your sources, and a reference page, again, in APA format. So that's what I'm looking at for your draft. When you turn those in at the end of the week, I will respond in your grade book with corrections and suggestions. So I never point out every error because my goal as your teacher is to get you to see that we all make mistakes, and hopefully you can find those mistakes on your own in the future so that when you go out into the work world later on, you are able to correctly edit your own work and make you look like a very professional writer, right? So again, make sure you turn that into me, and I will be grading your outlines today and tomorrow, so make sure you take a look at your grade book, which you can find. I'm at the wrong spot. If you go back to your course homepage, you'll see a spot over here for grades, and you're able to see my notes to you and what you're missing and whatnot. So yeah, if you have any questions about any of these assignments, please let me know, and I will see you online. Thanks, guys.